Hi everyone, it's meteorologist Terry Swails. You're on tswails.com, and this is your midday weather briefing for a Wednesday. And what a change in the weather around the Midwest today. We've had a front come on through, switch the winds to the northwest, and that has pushed out that heat and humidity which was so pronounced around the Midwest yesterday. But we did manage to reach 90 degrees for the high temperature in the Quad Cities yesterday, and that is the first time this year we have had a temperature that warm. Typically, we would expect to see our first 90 around June 1st, so we went about 6 to 7 weeks longer than we would typically expect to go without a 90-degree temperature. So that is a pretty impressive feat, to say the least. And now, with high pressure building into the upper Midwest, this cold front has pushed all the way into southern Missouri and Illinois, off into Indiana. You can see the bright clouds associated with the front there. And so we're looking at temperatures now that have fallen back into the 70s around many parts of the Midwest. And here's the observations that I was looking at noon today. The actual temperatures are the black numbers, and below that are the dew points. And actually, in this case, the dew points are probably more significant than the temperatures, because yesterday dew points were up around 80 in parts of the region, and today they have fallen back into the 50s, and that is a much more comfortable air mass, to say the least. And tonight, with our clear skies around and light winds, I'm expecting good radiational cooling to develop out there, and there could be some areas in central Illinois right under this high pressure that actually get into the 40s for lows. On this model here, look down around Peoria, they're going for 46 degrees, which I'm sure has to be pushing the record lows for the day. A little further to the west in the Quad Cities, looks like lows in the low to mid 50s would be a good possibility, and that is exceptionally comfortable conditions for this time of year. Then as we push on into our Thursday, still looks like we'll be under the influence of high pressure, and another excellent day is expected. Most of the Midwest looking at highs that'll be in the 70s. And as you take a look here too at the dew points, they're going to be way down there, only in the 50s. So with sunshine around tomorrow and dew points in the 50s and relatively light winds, looks like it's going to add up to another excellent day of weather. Now take a look at this. This is the water vapor, how much is available in the atmosphere to produce precipitation. And so this is for Thursday, and you can see the browns that extend all through eastern Iowa and Wisconsin, the Great Lakes, and really down into southeastern Missouri. That's where the precipitable water values are less than a half an inch. And in July, that is saying something. That is really dry air. But watch what happens here as we get towards Friday afternoon. Our next system is already making its way across the Midwest, and the moisture levels increased dramatically, and there's some areas down there in extreme south central Iowa and northwestern Missouri that have over 2 inches of precipitable water, and the rest of us looking at much higher levels. So the humidity is going to go back up around here, and this will herald our next weather disturbance that'll move across the Midwest, and it should bring a cluster of showers and thunderstorms Thursday night or very early in the day on Friday. And this is the simulated radar Thursday night, and you can see the thunderstorms on the nose of this warm, humid air out there in central Iowa, working their way to the southeast. And so those will be a part of our forecast here as we get towards the end of the week. And there is the possibility that some areas could see some locally heavy rainfall. And this is the rainfall forecast here off the high-res NAM, which came down earlier on today. And it does show a few locations with over an inch of rain. I'm not sure the model has it exactly figured out where the heavier precip will be, but it is certainly indicating the potential there for some good downpours in those showers and thunderstorms that develop late Thursday night and then move on to the southeast Friday morning. And so I'm expecting a little period of rain there. Could be some more later on Saturday, and it's all due to a disturbance, which you can see on the jet stream levels here, working its way across the Midwest. Another very vigorous disturbance for this time of year. It's just amazing what we're seeing on the charts these days. That little bowling ball there up in Minnesota indicates the center of the energy there, and that's what will be squeezing out the showers and thunderstorms. And then once that goes on by, it carves out another massive trough over the eastern United States. I just can't get over some of the things that I am seeing here. This is more like October, but the point is, we've got another shot of cool air coming into the Midwest, and I'm going to take this out now 8 days and watch what happens to the jet stream flow there. Hey, it doesn't look a whole lot different, does it? The trough remains over the east, a ridge over the west. We're going to have a northwest flow that looks like it's going to be established for some time to come. And as a result of that, I don't see too much in the way of heat in our forecast. In fact, I don't see any of it. Here's the 8-day temperature anomalies, which goes out now through the rest of July. And you can see all of the central and eastern United States looking at below normal temperatures as we go through the next 8 days. So overall, some pretty comfortable weather. There will be that shot of some rain, though, as we get towards Thursday night, Friday morning, and then perhaps again about Saturday. And after that, things should be dry and cool as our next major high pressure builds into the upper Midwest. That is your weather briefing for this Wednesday. Thanks for visiting tswails.com. And as I'm fond of saying, roll weather.